So today is sometime in October and I've just finished doing some tiling outside the restaurant, but I have a little bit of free time now, so I have been working on shadow. I've been doing bits like odds and ends every so often whenever I get time, but it's kind of been over a really long period. I'm doing some wiring on shadow and I'm trying to like wire absolutely everything together, both CGIs, and I started it and it made me confused. So I drew a really big wiring diagram and I joined everything together. So this is what I'm using now to do some wiring on shadow. Just thought I'd let you know, November 2023, I was technically still working. I didn't abandon my project, I just don't have the time right now to sit down and spend hours and hours and hours and edit videos and make videos. So hi from the past, and I hope everything's great in the future. Depending on when this video goes out, maybe I would have finished this job. Maybe. Let's do some wiring. To explain it all, right now my brain's just like, it's not really working. I kind of know what I need to do. So coming from doing painting all day and some other random stuff, I am pretty darn tired. So I want to see how far I can get before it gets to nighttime. I'll film some more separate stuff on the stuff that I was thinking about talking about. My brain's not working too good right now. So this is what I'm talking about. I've removed the battery box, and on the battery box is the battery, the coil packs, the rear one I think used to be somewhere on there, fuse box, and also regulator, rectifier, all those kind of things will usually be there. So I like being able to see through the bike, like you can see all of that empty space. Obviously when we clean up the wiring, all you kind of see is then the main then once we clean up the wiring, all you kind of see are the main parts of a bike. It's like the engine is there and then it's clear space, it's already clean, and just that's the way that I like it. So that's what I want to do, which means we're gonna have to move the battery because the battery would sit here and then it'd have a cover over it. I don't want any panels to be covering that there, so I think I'll probably as well, when we get to it, maybe paint the spring a nice color so it pops a bit. This is where the key, the original key, on and off ignition key is. Obviously we don't have it, and someone borrowed it out anyway, so dodgy. Use your imagination a little bit. Can you see it? Do you see what I'm seeing? Let's remove the seat for a second. Okay. Move. Get out of the way. Okay, so here we go. Underneath the seat, there is literally nothing. These are the plastics, this one and another one, and there's another piece, and those kind of fit into there, and then you've got little clips and things on them that hold different parts of the wiring. The battery would have sat inside there. Get out of the way. No one cares about you. Sorry. So underneath the seat, this is where the seat goes. I'm going to put a piece of metal, a piece of sheet in there. We'll leave like some little gaps in it so air can still run through it. And what we're going to do is we're going to put, for example, the fuse box. The fuse box will sit nicely right up there in the corner. It's getting hard to do with one hand, but things like that, for example, I can put my coil packs really neat and flat. I can make underneath the seat just like the main area for all the wiring. So coil packs, fuse box, well, only the rear coil pack really, relays and things like that, they can all go under here. Ignition coils as well, they'll all be together. Everything except from the regulator charge rectifier, because that needs a really constant air supply, because I don't want it to be heating up under the seat. It's really hot here and it gets hot anyway. Inside here will then be completely clean. We'll be able to see all the way through the bike, which will be really cool. The battery would have just been in the middle, but we're gonna have to, what I'm thinking of doing is drop it down so it's just sat in this space here. Oh, heavy. It's not heavy, I'm lying. And be like that. You won't be able to see it from the top or from the bottom. So I obviously need to make some kind of a bracket, some sort of a cage kind of thing, to sit the battery in so that it'll fit in there. I am going to use this size battery, not this one exactly. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to do this. We might be working a bit into the night. We're going to see what we can do right now. Little bit by little bit. But we've done all the wiring. Everything is going to the right place. I definitely think so. I've tried my best. So now that it's all kind of mostly organized, so I know, like for example, I've taped these for the starter together. These all go to starter relay. These are all going together. Some other things that I've taped, all the yellow cables will go to the charge regulator rectifier, and then so there's another plug in there. We've got the CDIs connected, we've got the fuse box connected. Everything's connected, but obviously for some of the parts that we don't have yet, they're just loose ends. So what I want to do before I start working on moving the battery and also underneath the seat area, I want to start putting the cables together and kind of making them a bit neater. One thing that I found that I actually used on my Sinus is these are off of a van, like an old van wiring harness. I don't know anything about vans, but I think it was an Iveco Daily 2.0 TDI, and these go in the wiring harness, and they're kind of like flexible hose tubes, so they can go in different places. Obviously vans are really big, and you've got bits going in different directions, so you get them in different sizes and different lengths as well. Some of these I've cut off, some of them are scraps from my other projects, but what I can do is I can just thread wires through here and it be secure and put in nice and neat and tidy. But if I ever have to get wires out or test wires, I don't have to then cut open a harness again, cut open all the cables and stuff. I can just peel back this and get them out. So what I want to do is obviously trunk all the big bits, and then where they kind of branch off, because different things are going to be going in different places, trunk those off into smaller ones, and any kind of patches and converges where the cables converge, I can always tape just those ends together and it'll all be nice and neat. And if the sun hasn't gone down, and if it doesn't get too late by the time I'm finished, I'll start on the battery box and also on under the seat. If not, I'll be back again. If not tomorrow, the day after, for sure. So before we go into making the battery box, I kind of want to check the wiring that I've done. So I've connected the positive. We're now going to connect the negative and see if all of this wiring actually works. So kind of nerve-wracking, but let's just see. If we notice any like sparks or smoke or anything, then obviously I've done something wrong. Okay, here we go. Okay, we're going to connect the ignition wires. These three go together. Oh, yes! Yay! We have a neutral light on and also a high beam light. Yes, it worked. Oh my god, I did it! I actually did it again. I did it. It works. I joined two random wiring rooms together and it works. We have neutral light on the dash. We have a high beam light as well. Those are things that I know work because they worked the first time I did the wiring harness, the OEM wiring harness. All of that wiring actually paid off. I could have a go lie down. I think I should go and eat my lunch. Oh my god, right. These are my ignition wires. Let me disconnect those. One of them is for the fan. I don't know for sure where I want to put the ignition, that's why they're so short. This one's not, no, it's not one of those. I think I'll probably still put it here, but for now it's just sat in there and it's still part of the loom, so I can pull it out to wherever the length needs to be. So that's that. Oh my god, it works. Can I turn that button off? Oh my god. Oh my god! Wow. I don't really say I'm getting the hang of wiring because I'm totally not, but I think I'm getting a bit more confident with it. I did that. Yeah, so when Dad gets back with fuel, we will try and start it, and maybe it will actually start this time. Who knows, we might still have to push it, because obviously it has been sat for a really long time. And I spilled oil on the floor, even though I was doing really well and not spilling it. Last minute. Had to go and kill it, didn't I? Had to go and kill it. Alright, it's lunchtime, let's go. It'll be even more tasty because I did something that worked.